Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising, here is your tarot reading for the... keep going to say it. It's creature of habit. I was going to say the week ahead. It's not the week ahead. It's for Aries season. We are switching things around a little bit. If you haven't heard, then go and check out the channel update in the video library. But this is covering you for all of Aries season. As ever, take what's helpful, leave what isn't, and make sure that the messages fit into your life rather than trying to get your life to fit into the messages. As ever, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bells on these videos, especially as they'll be coming out monthly now, so you can stay up to date as when they arrive. And be sure to leave an emoji or a comment down below too. So really nice spread to see. There's certainly some overlaps between your spread and Cancer's spread. Hardly surprising, as we're both working in the water signs. You, dare I say, have fared a little better than Cancer. Not that it was bad for those guys necessarily. I say this in part because you have the Fool card and the Magician card, which are two energies that showed up for Cancer. Interestingly enough, they showed up in reverse for their reading. So here, it's all about new beginnings, new excitements, very much leaving the old to make way for the new. The Fool card is the card of adventure. It is the card of new beginnings. Its trump is number 0. So it really is just the kind of egg that is about to hatch. Aries is the first house of the zodiacal wheel, so it is the first month. It's almost the beginning of a new year as we enter into Aries, and Aries is the first house, which is the trump ruled by the Magician too. So what Aries is really great at is initiating, starting things, getting things off the starting line, so to speak. And the fact that we have the Magician, particularly right at the beginning of your reading, indicates and highlights that very well. Therefore, a great time to, in some ways, shake things up, but we don't necessarily have to rock the boat. But you are being encouraged, Scorpio, to, I don't want to say step out of your comfort zone. That's a bit of a cliche, but I would say try something you haven't tried before, or if there's been an idea that's been rattling around for a while, or an impulse to try a different approach. It could be a new project, it could be a new job, it could be a new relationship, whatever it might be. But it is, it doesn't mean that you have to throw out baby with bathwater. We're not necessarily working from a blank slate here, that we have to clear the office desk, so to speak, and then build from nothing. That's not it either. But there is a sense of not necessarily just maintaining the status quo. This isn't a time for more of the same. That's very given here. In part, that's emphasized by the fact that we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse as your next card. Usually the Knight of Pentacles this way, he likes security, he likes stability, he likes things to stay exactly as they are. He doesn't want to take risks. He wants things that are guaranteed to benefit. And there is an irony here, particularly when it comes, you've got lots of pentacles. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, the Lord of Wealth, and the 7 of Pentacles. I can't remember off the top of my hand, actually. But there is certainly this energy around money, resource, work, projects, all of those things that exist in the material world. And that's very much what the Magician represents too, because he is the conduit between thoughts and ideas into manifest, making things actualized. And the fact that we're moving away from the Knight of Pentacles can be great, especially when it comes to investments, it comes to those things that we know are going to pay off, that are going to pay dividends, but it can be a bit stuck. It can be a bit dull. It's very much, of all the knights, all the other knights within the tarot are shown within movement. And particularly the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. but the Knight of Pentacles is almost at a complete standstill. And the way to circumnavigate that, the way to feel that you're not stuck in the mud or things are getting a little bit predictable, a bit ordinary, a bit repetitive and monotonous, is okay. I need to shake things up. I need a new spark of inspiration. I need to step outside of myself. And that requires, to a certain degree, a little bit of risk. But that risk, ironically, moving into that 10 of Wands energy, that Lord of Wealth energy. So that's really, really lovely to see. And there is a paradox here. There's almost an irony here of when we step away from something, it's to allow even better, bigger, brighter things to come through. That is often what holds us back, is that we are unwilling to take those risks because, well, what happens if it goes wrong? Well, yeah, maybe it will go wrong, but that's okay. But I feel that you'll be richer. You will be richer for having given it a go, for having taken a chance. And that is why this Fool card is appearing here, because there is a sense of abandon. There is a sense, there is an irony here. There's a contrast between that 10 of Pentacles energy and that Fool energy. It is almost like going, I don't necessarily care if that's going to do really well, if it's going to pay off really well, because I know that the cost of that is too great, it's too high. It would hem me in a little bit too much. So I want to initiate, I want to start a new chapter. That's a really great way to describe these energies. If anybody understands that process of death and rebirth, it's you, Scorpio. So this is a tipping point as we move into a new zodiacal year, astrological year. It is a tipping point to go, right, what do I need to initiate? What do I need to start afresh in my life? Because we move then onto the 7 of Pentacles, the Lord of Success Unfulfilled. The Lord of Success Unfulfilled, and what it's pointing towards, and I've mentioned this before on the channel, and I'll say it again, there is an ambiguity on the way that this farmer looks. And we can't decide whether the farmer looks disappointed that I've been toiling, been working really hard up until this point, and then this is all I've got. Or it's a, okay, I've got this far, what do I do next? And this seems to encapsulate very much the latter two of, and I really like that title, The Lord of Success Unfulfilled. So it's about you looking into which areas there is still a huge amount of potential, untapped potential that you need to move into. When we normally reach the that point of manifest, as represented in that 10 of Pentacles energy, there is a tendency to just stay there because this is all. I don't want to lose it. It's working really well. I don't want to disrupt this. But actually, that's exactly what you're invited to do, because then, you know, those kind of spider diagrams where you've got the different numbers, and they're pulled out. It's about filling all of those aspects, all of those areas, not just having it in one particular strand, that you just keep putting all of your energy and efforts into that. So that's my reading. Does that help? Does that resonate? If so, I'd love to know in the comments below. As ever, be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising sign for a full 360 look at your Aries season. And as I mentioned before, be sure to check the pinned comment below to see ways in which you can sign up to email notifications of when your Taurus reading is coming. But until next time, have an amazing, amazing Aries season. Be sure to look out for the other videos that will be coming up this month. But until next time, see you then. Bye for now.